give you some tips and tricks on spark plug wires. Now, if you're like me, looked around a marketplace, Craigslist a lot of different vehicles, you're going to notice something. Spark plug wires are everywhere. And by everywhere, I don't mean on every car, I mean all over the engine bay. It's ridiculous. It makes you wonder. Looks like they're just thrown on. They're just spaghettied everywhere. Looks like a hazard, all that good stuff. So, I'm going to talk about a few tips and tricks today about trying to make it a little nicer and neater under the engine bay. Now there's several ways to do that. So, one way is to have plug wire dividers, such as that, or these little ones like this that clamp shut around the wire, or even the little plastic ones they come with sometimes that just snap around it and hold them in place. That helps a lot. Alright, so now one thing to do is open your brand new box of plug wires, or, well, if you decided to change out, make your old ones look better. But open this up, lay them out. Basically, you're going to lay them out by length, longest to shortest. That way, once you start routing them, you can get an idea on which ones to grab when you need them. It makes this process a whole lot easier. There. Now I got them all laid out. Now I can start putting them on my truck here. Now, like I said, find your firing order, because obviously spark plug wires aren't just for Chevy or GM, for the others. So find your wire there, take a screenshot, write it down, whatever you need to do, and then we'll start with your number one and work your way around. You'll basically pretty much find the length you need from this, but you might have to play a little bit of musical wires once you get them all set up and realize this one's a little long, this one's a little short, and start swapping them around. Now here's what I was talking about, playing musical wires. You got one long, one left, which means you need to go back, figure which one could probably use a longer one. So my number 7 back there has the shortest one possible. So I need to go back, find the shortest one possible, put on 7, and work my way back around again. And basically until got the wiring situation where I want it. There's nothing touching a manifold or the header. Nothing where it shouldn't be. Everything's lined up. That way also, whenever you change plugs, you don't got to worry about pulling the plug wire one at a time. Everything's lined up to each cylinder where they go. Makes it a lot easier. But back to musical wires. Then back here, sometimes you may have to turn them a little bit like that, just to take some of the slack out down here. That way, well, let's be honest, not every wire set's exactly the same length as the last, so sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Alright, so here it is after playing musical wires for a little bit. Got about all the links set up where I want them. You can see I'm using the Mr. Gasket ones that bolt to the valve cover. That way they stay there. They're not flopping around. They're not landing on the headers. Then I have Mr. Gasket separators to keep them nice and organized. Nice and neat. And it's the same on this side as well. So there really is no reason to have your wires all flopped around, hanging around. Just take a little time. And stuff like this and this, which here's those little separators, they just pop on, keep them separated. And they come in a variety of colors to match the color scheme you're going for. So like I said, there's really no reason to have your wires dangling around, flopping around, all nasty looking. So just a little bit of time, and honestly, they'll stay that way for a very long time. And this is actually a daily driver, so yes, it does stay like that a very long time. They don't go anywhere. They'll stay looking like that. It's not like you have to keep up maintenance or anything to keep them looking all neat and organized. And so there it is, little tips and tricks on spark plug wires. Said lay them out, start your firing order. Sometimes you're just going to have to go back, swap them around a couple times until you get everyone just about right where you want it. Keep them all tucked up nice and neat. Use some kind of spark plug wire divider / holder, and well, should be set. I hope this information proved helpful, and as always, thanks for watching.